Hello everybody, how are you today? Happy November 1st. I am coming to you today to bring you the first day of 12 days of Christmas. This is what we're going to be making today, these cute little treat packages. So every day it's going to be something different. I might do a project for treats or a gift wrapping package, or it could be a card that I'll be bringing you. So every day come back here. I'm going to try to do it the same time every day. It'll be about 3:30. I may end up doing it a little bit earlier some days just because of life and things going on that I already have planned. So but you can always watch live as I'm doing it, or you can come back and view it whenever you want. It'll stay up on Facebook for forever, I guess. I'm not really sure how this whole Facebook Live works yet. But anyway, let's get started. These are going to be short videos, hopefully. I'm not going to take a lot of time, and I'm just going to get right to the point. So today we are making these cute little packages. And if you are a card maker, you know exactly what this is made of. So you can buy these clear boxes, and these are the perfect size to put your cards in. So sometimes if you're a card maker and you make like 3 or 4 cards and you package them up with the envelopes, you can, give them as gifts and things like that. So that's what we're going to be using today. After the video, I will be putting the link in the instructions. If you're on my newsletter, you'll be getting the PDF delivered to your mailbox every single day, and you'll have all the instructions and things that I use in the projects. So let's get started. I am going to, I'll put these up here for a minute. So if you are familiar with these, you know that they come packaged flat, just like this, and they're almost exactly 8 inches. So what we're going to do is we are going to put this right at 4 inches, and we're going to cut it right in half. I'm going to use the right tool here. That's the scoring. This is our cutting blade. So we're going to cut this right in half. And now we have 2. So when you can order these, I checked the price right before I got on. It's $14.94 for 25 of these. So if you cut them in half, you can make 50 treat packages for $15. So you can't beat that. So now what we have is this cute little box. It doesn't look like much. Let me give you a tip when you put these together. So a lot of people like really bending these and creasing them, but if you don't bend it too much, you just kind of stick it in, it will snap right in place, and that way you don't have to worry about it popping out. But you're gonna just fasten it like that. And then I found these Twix, which they're on sale right now at Meijer. All the Halloween candy's on sale, so this is like the perfect time to get it. So we're going to stick these in here. It holds 4 of them perfectly. There's Kit Kats and things like that. They're a little bit taller, so they don't fit as well. But the Twix minis, they fit perfectly, 4 to a pack. So for Christmas, you can get the little Santas or any candy that you want to put in there. You'll see the opening's pretty good size. So we're going to start with this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to need a piece of designer paper or cardstock. You can use whatever you want. If you look on this, I use the cardstock. But this time we're going to use the designer paper. And you need a piece that is 4.5 by 3 3/4. Okay? So we are going to score it on the 3 3/4 side. Oh, 3 3/4 side, there we go. We're going to score this at 1.5. Does anybody have like 10 cutters and then You always grab the wrong one. So here's my score and here's my cutting blade. And every time I flip this open, it flies off. But I always seem to grab this cutter. So, okay, it's back on there. We got the right one. So we're going to score this at 1.5. And then with it being designer paper, you don't want to score too hard. You'll end up cutting your paper. But you want to score it hard enough where you can see. And then we're going to flip it, and you're also going to score this. See, it does that at 1.5. Okay, so then we have this little topper just like this. Okay, the other thing that you're going to need is a piece of designer paper, and what I used it for was to wrap around the box. And this is 11 by 1, okay? So we're going to score this while we have the scorer out. So you're going to want to score this at 2.5. Let me put this thing back in. You're going to score it at 2.5, and then you're going to move it down and score it at 3.25. Okay? Now, we're going to flip it, and we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to score it at 2.5. Do you see how annoying this could be? I swear I have a new trimmer. 2.5, and then 3.25. Okay, so what this is going to do when we fold these, this is what's going to be sitting around our box. Okay, and we're done with the score. So we're going to bring our candy back in, and all you're going to do is set your topper on top of here. Now, if you want it where they can just slide it off, then you might not want to fasten this down, but I don't want it to be falling out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a glue dot, and I'm just going to put one glue dot on each side. And then I'm just going to set it on here and kind of hold it down. So that way I know it's not going to fall off. Okay? So, and then we're going to put our belly band on, and we're going to do the same thing with that. We are just going to put a glue dot. And the reason I lay the designer paper on the glue dot instead of trying to peel off the glue dot is because these will ball up and then they get a bump underneath your project, and I just like them to lay flat. So I set it on there, and then I pull it off, and then you can see it's right on there. And then we're just going to wrap it around here. Make sure I got it straight here. Like that. Meet them up in the back. Just like that. Okay? You with me so far? Let me know if you're watching and if you're following me. And then we are going to decorate this one. I made this one super simple to decorate. I'm actually using the ephemera pack again. We got these cute little ice skates with gold foil on them, so that's how come I went with the gold foil in this paper. If you want to know what papers these are the Regal Distressed pattern for the base, and they come with the cherry cobbler, they come with the white, and then I believe there is, yes, the pretty peacock color as well. So these are specialty papers that you can get. They're all 12 by 12, so they work great since you need an 11-inch piece for that. And then the other, actually, yeah, that was the base. And then the belly band, what I use is the Thoughtful Designs 12 by 12 specialty paper. And what this is, it's got a little bit of foiling on it, but there's different colors, and they're also ombre. So if I pull this out, you can see how it's a little bit lighter at this end, and then it gets darker. So that's what I'm using today for the designer paper. So I have a piece of the Misty Moonlight, and what I cut that with was the layered circles, and then I also have a piece of white. And if you have the layered circles, you know there's a whole bunch of dies in here, so you can just pick whatever size that you want. And we are going to put this right on to our scallop. Okay, and then we're gonna, I cut out a couple pieces of these foil leaves, and what that is from is the Love of Spring dies. When you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you can get add-ons, and our add-ons are usually good for the next 3-month kits. So if you have this, then you have the Love, the Sprigs, and the little daffodils. This was back at Easter time, and then you also have this label. So I just grabbed a couple of these and I cut them out with our gold foil. So what I'm gonna do is glue a couple of these down on my scallop. We'll put that one there. And let me see. We'll put that one about right there. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my dimensionals, and we're going to add this to the card, or to the scallop circle. We're just doing a little decorating here. We're going to add that there. And then I have a snowflake, and what I cut this out of was the white glimmer paper. And this is the one-of-a-kind dies that you can get. They're available now. You get 2 dies in the package. There also is a stamp set that goes with this, but you can just get the standalone dies. It's $13 for both of them. And I'm just going to add this on. I think I'm just going to stick it on here. Just need a little bit of glue. We'll stick it under here. Okay. Give it a minute to hold. And then we're going to flip all this over and add a few dimensionals on here. But I think I want to add some ribbon too. So let me see. I'm going to grab this one here. Have you seen this one? This one, it's really nice to fold. You can use it on either side. This has more of a solid shimmer, and then this one has more of a like ribbon look to it with gold foil etching. This is the gold and silver 1/4 or 1/8 inch trim, and you get both rolls with it. So I think we need to add this on. Let me put it on that side. We're just gonna, I'm not gonna cut it yet, that way I don't know how much I'll need. I don't want to waste it. Nope, I need more than that. Have you ever tried to tie a bow with everybody watching? It doesn't always work well. All right, so we're gonna add that there. All right, I'm cutting it. I think I'll need about that much. You ever had those days where you're all thumbs? Okay. Yep, I have way too much, but it's okay. We can have a nice long bow for this. So there's that. Got it a little twisted here. And then if you don't want it to slide around, you can also add a dimensional, just like you added everywhere else. Just stick it on the back. And then we're going to add this little guy. And our snowflake fell off. So let me put him on. Let me use a glue dot on him too. He's not wanting to hold with the glue. So I'm just going to use a few of these. And we're going to stick that right on here. And there you go. That's it. So easy peasy, something quick you can make. Here's all 3 of them. And then let me know if you make them and which one you like best of these. I need to put a glue dot on this so it doesn't slide. All right, there you go. I hope you enjoyed the first day. Join me tomorrow. We're going to be making a pop-up card. Let me see if I got it sitting here. I'll show you real quick. We are going to be making this, and if you open it, it actually is like a little box that stands up. So join me tomorrow and for day 2, and I hope you enjoyed it. All right, thanks. Have a good night. Bye-bye.